doing it again. He's sleep writing. Again? What is he writing about? Kill them both. Kill them both. Kill. I gotta go.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
If I don't fight back, I'll be destroyed for sure. Wait, this is no different than a video game. Don't be scared. Come on, Linus. That's it. Closer, closer. Now! I did it! Wow, I'm better than I thought. My moves must be radical.
Welcome back, movie nerds, and today is a very, very special episode of MaJaMa Jams. Now we're going to start with a quick little backstory about our personal lives. In 2007... Oh, sorry. Is it done?
No, barely started.
In 2007, me and my brother... Which one? This? No, him. Me and Matthew headed out across the country in our 2005 black Pontiac Grand Prix with everything we owned stuffed into the back seat with nothing but a couple $1,000s on our bank account and a dumb, cliche, stereotypical dream. What did you do to Chumley?
You give me Chumley's eye.
I'm giving a emotional introduction.
His eyes were agog.
So, we head out across the country. Came out here completely lack of planning. And we were given a helping hand through our wonderful stepmother's...
Cousin,
thank you. Wonderful stepmother's cousin, Al. Al introduced us to a couple people, and one of those people was a man named Gary LeConte. Now, Gary LeConte is a wonderful, wonderful, kind man who probably looked at us, saw we were dumb and capable morons, as most people do. He said we had sons about his age, so maybe he reminded us, a bit of his sons. And he helped us out extraordinarily. We were supposed to move into his old house, but he actually organized and signed the papers for the house we'd be moving into. We were up in a little more northern Cali, staying with some friends.
most people would have exploited us.
Yeah, most people would have probably raped us. I mean, surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Still waiting for it.
Still, fingers crossed. But he hooked us up with our first house, signed the paperwork, made sure we had stuff to...
He got us a chicken from Costco.
He got us a chicken from Costco on the very first day.
And he brought us weed.
He brought us weed. He said, here, I think you might want
In an
some
old
weed.
Polaroid footage camera film.
Polaroid canister
film is the
container.
word I was looking for.
He filled our garage with rock and roll and movie memorabilia. The original plan was to sell it on eBay so he could help us make some money he wanted to get rid of anyway. He had been a concert promoter. That didn't really work out, but he did let us pilfer most of his stuff, some of which is still in this room to this day. Point being, this is how we came to know this wonderful angel of a man named Gary LeConte. And I told myself if I ever made it in Hollywood, which I won't because I lack work ethic and tenacity and just I'm a lazy dreamer like everyone else in this town. But if I ever did, I would really want to thank Gary LeConte in an awards acceptance speech or something because he really was responsible for us making us out here the first couple months other than when this wonderful gentleman took over. But since I'll probably never achieve anything worth being televised, this mushed mouth, hardly improvised introduction will have to do. So bringing us to today's feature, Gary LeConte was also briefly a movie producer and told us about a couple movies he did. One of them, which was his attempt to do a Christmas movie called Holly Boy, I believe. The Legend of Holly Boy. And the other one was today's feature, a little something called Earth Minus Zero. So before we get into it, we would just like to say no matter what we say about this movie, and we're going to say some stuff, Gary, its producer, story by, writer, effects guy, is an absolutely wonderful man. We wouldn't be here without him. So thank you, Gary. Now we're getting into your movie, and it's pretty bad.
Okay, now do that again, but just much more succinctly.
Yes.
This must work by motion.
So, would anyone like to shut my annoying ass up and take the synopsis for this? He usually does it. How about you, Mr. Silent?
No, thank you.
falls
So,
on you again.
You do it, man. It's your first one. You can actually give the synopsis.
All right. So Earth minus zero is a...
All right, I'll do it. Or never mind, you do it.
No, you do it. Go ahead.
No, you do it.
We'll struggle through this synopsis together. Okay. Earth minus zero is apparently a kid's movie. Apparently, because there's a lot of boner jokes.
Graphically so.
Graphically so. Very explicit.
Can you get it up?
Yes, I can.
Oh, come on!
Oh, sure.
But it's a kid's movie in which an alien named Minus, and we're still trying to figure out how that plays into what I assume is a pun of the title.
Yeah.
I don't know how it does.
I have no idea either.
But Minus
Weird.
is on a mission to, and I didn't realize this till I read the back because the movie is kind of incomprehensible. He wants humans for his zoo.
No. He wants to preserve the species because we're a violent, horrible race.
Right, there's
And
comments.
he's worried about our extinction, so he wants to take us and put us in a preserve on his home planet of Noya.
Yes.
See, you should be doing this. So he comes down
Don't insult me like that.
and he uses a shrink ray to shrink the parents of
Joy.
Joey.
Joy.
Why did he want to do that?
He wants them for the preserve.
Yes.
Right, of course.
Yes.
And then they have to unshrink them. With the help of Pat Morita.
No, because first there is a pizza delivery guy who gets almost abducted.
What the hell?
No, he takes the
Journalist.
form of a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, but
Twice.
Yes, but it's just like, yeah.
So he's not real. He was on the magazine. He looked at the mag. That's why she looks at the thing and
She
she's
was on a
like,
casino player magazine. And somehow
Somehow he decides
Minus
that
side.
Flash Gordon and the Honey, I Shrunk the Kid's mom are the two best specimen
Yes.
for
Yes, that's what it
specimen.
was.
specimens.
Specimen.
The best specimens.
Don't you ever let me talk?
So he's talking to his overlord boss, who is a stereotypical
Jewish cube.
Jewish-
I'm the fool.
Since you're
I was
such a
just...
big shot completing missions, I've got another assignment for you right
But
here.
sir, my department must be falling apart without me. I've got to get back home.
Oi, am I talking to myself here?
Please, sir.
But it's not a joke. Like, he actually talks like an old-time Jewish
Yes.
comedian. I think at one point doesn't he even use a Yiddish word or something.
Yes.
Meshugana minus!
Meshugana.
Meshuggah, yeah,
It's like, this mission's going to be Meshugana.
Then he goes to the house. They shrink the parents.
And he can take them easier if he shrinks them.
And then for some reason there is a journalist who learns about this. Is completely unclear how.
It's something connected to Pat Morita's science teacher, even though they call him a doctor, so I guess he's a doctor, but
Sure, he teaches.
He's slumming it up at the local high school.
he has something, I'm guessing it's a nanotechnology, that
Sure.
they heard about that they want, but they also say that they've been falsifying stories this whole time and they're faking pictures and stories. So they're
Now, you
happy
retained a
that
lot of this that I didn't.
when they find the spaceship finally, they're happy that's a real story because they don't have
Yes.
to fake it. But then what were they going for initially? Why were they after Pat Morita?
Yeah, and then
Why was anything anything?
yes, and then they go inside the house where both parents and eventually Pat Morita and the alien got all shrunk. And
Were they
the-
swimming in the pool together?
And then for some reason the alien has to get to the television.
He can use the
Yeah, the plutonium. No, not the plutonium, but
The
whatever, something that is
silicone.
in the TV. Silicon in the TV. Yeah, the plutonium is the nanobots of the doctor that is
eats plutonium
It's plutonium.
because he wants to
Clearly.
solve the.
He wants to solve that pesky plutonium problem that we have.
Oh, yeah, what
everywhere.
was he trying to...
He wanted to eat all the world's garbage with the nanobots.
Yes.
These are programmed to eat plutonium. You see, I wanted to attack all the toxic waste dumps in the world, hoping to clean up the entire mess.
And he took them in the little jar when he's leaving the.
In the same jar that Gary LeConte gave you weed.
Yes. You know?
Hey, it could be a prop.
we still have
Okay, so, and then that... Yeah.
So then a whole nothing happens, and the kid realizes that they have the shrinkinator of the alien.
Yes.
And he learns perfectly how to use it, which for some reason alien technology, but it works with the human hand.
Yes.
And
Wait, how's the alien get shrunk?
because the little daughter, when
right,
he
right,
is
right.
Nintendo!
yes, yeah, Nintendo is a whole different thing.
Clap and Nintendo. Clap and Nintendo. Clap and Nintendo. Clap and Nintendo. 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 Nintendo.
So somehow,
Maybe we should start over.
The synopsis is an alien comes down, okay?
the alien, the mom,
That's enough.
the dad, and Pat Morita are all shrunk, separated. The alien attacks the kid with monsters coming from the television, and for some reason he summons a sort of a prehistoric worm
All right.
that eats.
Warped.
It eats Pat Morita and Flash Gordon, and brings them to
transports them-
prehistory. There is
I think
a
it's just
cool
fucking
T-Rex.
Park. There's a cool T-Rex.
There's a cool T-Rex.
That eats the snake
Kate
worm.
the snake, but then they are back into their apartment, and then
Can we talk about all the setups that had no payoffs?
yes,
The mom is working 2 jobs, and the dad is a struggling.
and we see only her working one job because
as a
she-
high school gym
Yes,
teacher, right? In the
yeah.
same school as Pat Morita.
yes
So she's trying to struggle with 2 jobs while the dad is an
is
inventor.
drawing something.
Architect.
Oh, he wanted to.
Engineer.
He wanted to make this engine that saves money.
Yes,
The kid said this conversation with the son. This will
Yes.
save money.
Using the modulator for my engine, you could sync it to any impulse you choose. This will allow the electron to arrive at an open electronic gate, which will close after you pass through it.
By golly, I do believe you've given new life to my near once dead creation.
and he
that's-
explains that while he's miniaturized to Pat Morita.
Explicitly, and they're both speaking to each other as if they understand what's happening.
Not only that, but they say there might be something maybe a bigger problem. We are just miniaturized. No, but let me tell you about my engine.
That's the
But
thing,
it led
too.
to him getting a job with Pat Morita at the end, which saves the family because he's now a
Assistant to a high school teacher. But the
Well, I suppose the thing is he's going to be a partner for the nanotech, if we're being fair.
Yes.
okay, so also that too. So the professor has nanotech, and he
Wait a
wants to
minute,
use
nanotech? The Spider-Man suit was ripped off from here.
the nanotech to destroy the world's plutonium pollution.
You're thinking of
waste.
Back to the Future.
And he keeps it in
Yes, he gives
Your
little
weed
nanotech.
jar.
Gary LeConte weed.
jar.
And so somehow they're gonna use that to fight the alien. So that's what
Sure.
him and the dad are working on, and they have the tools and everything they need on that one work table. It was a drawing board that was shrunk down as well, and they make something. They put it in a bag, and then they throw it at the snake monster. What was that initially going to be intended for, to fight the alien, but they had to use it for the worm monster?
Yeah. That part is I don't know.
And where they get the sacks
Wait,
from?
did the T-Rex eat the worm?
And they are inside the
Yes.
worm, but then somehow they wind up
Back in the house.
into the house.
Maybe it was just too meta, and they just pop back into normal
yes.
existence or our reality.
Not again. Mom! City! He's dissolving. Something's eating him.
The Pat Morita offers a job to San Jones. The end, and the journalist and the photographer are on the starship.
On this planet, JW, anything's possible. Anything.
No, Monty! Sit! You stay! Stay away! No! No! I can't breathe in here. Let me out.
That is the most labored, butchered synopsis we've ever tried to do, which I think speaks to the, it was genuinely hard to remember what had been going on, and the look of confusion on our faces is genuine right now. So why don't we start with the cast, because it's actually interesting that, well, not a lot of massive names. We did kind of know most of the people in here.
Yes.
We have Mr. Pat Morita, of course, from The Karate Kid.
All in the wrist. Huh? Wrist up, down. Wrist, all in the wrist. Up, down, long stroke. Very good. Up, down. No, look me, look fence. Up, down. Bend the wrist, down stroke, you bend. See? Good, long stroke, up, down. Very good. Knee, bend the knee, come down.
Immortal Now and Forever.
And Three Ninjas.
Yeah?
No.
No.
But from the Karate Kid.
You could have sold
and from the
They tried to.
Jay Leno movie.
Tonight Show?
I will never remember it. But he made a movie with Jay Leno.
What?
Yes.
As the leads?
Yeah.
As the love interest?
Yes.
No, hold on. This movie exists.
It does exist.
We're doing it on the show. Mark these words. There is a Jay Leno, Pat Morita movie?
We must do banzai.
Banzai?
Yeah. Nice Japanese banzai. Minasama, 今月今晩のディテクティブコスターズと藤塚夏夫のニューパートナーシップのために万歳
万歳
万歳万歳よし
What? Did you... No one knew about this. What are you talking about? So Pat, we gotta get we gotta go after the thing there.
Wait, so why did...
Oh, we're still on the
No,
story?
no.
Oh, okay.
Jay Leno did more movies?
Jay Leno did movies? I didn't...
Not really.
Okay.
Not that many, as far as I know.
MaJaMa.
So listen, we have Pat, we have the kid. Our lead is both from the Mighty Ducks, who I think I remembered him more from. Matthew says he jumped out at him from First Kid with Sinbad.
You just need to get in touch with your inner dance self. You watch videos? Well, show me something you seen in the video. Just imitate that. You can do it. You have to believe in yourself, Luke. You can dance. Say it to yourself. I can dance. Try it. All right.
Oh, Sims, you were supposed to catch me.
The mom, strangely enough, is from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Getting typecast, apparently, always shrinking.
The honey.
The honey, yes. The honey in the titular honey. The titular honey. Which is what I ask for when I go to Ralph's. When I want to make my tea.
I don't get it.
This caliber of jokes is why you tune into this piece of crap.
Do the kids know? Well, yeah, the kids know.
That's great.
It's not that great.
Why?
I shrunk the kids.
What?
And the Thompson kids, too. They're about this big. They're in the backyard.
What?
Threw them out with the trash. Stay here. I'll get the door. Yes?
Did you report some missing children?
Oh, there must be some mistake. Ours are in the backyard. Right, honey?
This would be after.
Well, it's funny because the back says something like, it's like with in the vein of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but this time the parents get shrunk, which of course would eventually happen with Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. But this one was ahead of the curve before the sequel came out.
Was Shrunk Ourselves third?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blew Up the Kid was second.
Yes. But Shrunk Ourselves was, I think, a TV movie.
That sounds
It was made
What?
I think it was made for TV. I don't think it ever got theatrical release.
We have the Immortal Flash Gordon.
Nothing can save me now.
Fire when Gordon's in range.
As the dad, which my dumbass wouldn't have known unless Mateo
Also
pointed
known
out.
as the chauffeur.
From Driving Miss Daisy?
No, he is in a movie called The Chauffeur.
I still can't get over the Pat Morita Jay Leno movie, which is going to be on this show if I have to die for it.
Excuse me. Sesame.
And then we have Donna's dad from That 70s Show, Don...
Star.
And that's about it for the recognizability, right?
Yeah, there's that.
Stark.
Yeah.
Don Stark.
Oh, jeez.
I got you.
I wasn't falling, Bob.
Oh. Well, then this is awkward.
You can let go now, Bob.
This movie is directed by Joy Travolta, the brother of Lily Tomlin.
It's not related.
Yes, he's his brother.
It is?
Yes. Who ironically directed the first episode of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show.
This is getting weird, guys.
Well, you actually... Okay, again, I'm an idiot. And you
Lily
probably...
Tomlin is John Travolta's sister?
No, Lily Tomlin was with John Travolta in Moment by Moment. Don't ever watch that movie.
So he's actually his brother.
Yes.
Wow, this is a humdinger of a...
Who was also an actor. He was in Beverly Hills Cop 3. He was in Car Crash, I think it was called.
Did him and Frank Stallone ever do anything together?
Sexually?
No.
I think that one of the aspects I absolutely want to talk about because is, speaking of Don Stark, he plays a straight up Three Stooges.
Literally,
not like it's straight classic. Like he walks in the first shot, his pants are unzipped.
Yes.
And it just goes beautiful from there with a bunch of flop sweated classic moron sidekick, and very overtly sexual. Again, not explicitly so, but incredibly explicitly so for a kids movie.
Yes.
Give me a boost, come on. Push, Junior.
And the funny thing is, I actually feel like, again, if it wasn't a kids movie, I liked his performance for what it was. Granted, it's way over the top in goofballness, but I'm a man that can appreciate
If
such
it wasn't
things.
a kids movie, you would like it more?
I'm just saying that I feel like we always talk about people sleepwalking through these movies, people not giving a fuck, and he was yes, it's very goofy, very G-rated, well, not very G-rated, but he was completely there, you know what?
Yes.
He's working.
No, but I have to say that everybody seemed to be into the movie. There was not...
Maybe not Flash.
Maybe Flash.
A little
Gordon.
stoic.
He seemed like he was phoning it in.
You don't understand. Or you will someday.
The little girl constantly, she's darting her eyes off camera. Probably she has her parents telling her, stay there, say your lines. And even in one scene where she goes to Sam Jones, you see that she's looking for her mark on the floor, and she goes in one direction. Then
Daddy? Daddy?
Also, there is the wonderful, funny fight in the bedroom of the kid.
Go, JW! Go, Joey!
Oh, the classic old through the legs. And then, I mean, again, he is set up as the stooge, but it's one of those things where he runs through the legs and he's like, where'd you go?
It's almost like as enthralling as the final fight in Hudson Hawk.
It didn't hurt. Hey. No. Hey. Hey. How do I stop this? My hat.
And the kid nonchalantly kicks not one but two people off the window.
Blatantly commits double homicide.
And that just goes about his day as if nothing happened.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so then, well, all right, what the hell should we even talk about? I don't know how to...
The movie opens with, I'm sorry to say, but almost embarrassing special effects. The starships in space.
That's what that was?
Probably. And then the alien minus is pretty much a xenomorph with the head into a jar of honey.
And he's got dildo mouth.
Yes.
He's basically got two moving dildos and a robotic pussy in between.
But the body is a xenomorph sprayed in silver paint.
It's quite honestly one of the most unappealing screen creatures I've ever seen. I don't even say it to be a hater. It's just really an unattractive
It's
design.
a little more than Robo Monster.
I mean, then again, we do have to give them credit if they did design and build the head themselves, unless it was unused for something and they said, hey, let's use it.
We do have to?
Because the tusks, teeth,
the
dildos moved.
The mouth, the vagina mouth opens.
Are vaginas actually sideways like that?
And also, the first part of the movie has the alien who seems aroused by two boobs.
Thank you.
This
is literally how he steers the ship. Not even kidding.
This is how your maid washes dishes.
And also, it's a starship that looks like a cave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can do something creative, like this is an organic spaceship. We created it with minerals. It's like a diamond and it generates energy, but it's just like a cave with glowing rocks and...
Can I play Nintendo?
No.
Can I play Nintendo?
But now let's talk about the other protagonist of the movie, the house. The house has no ceiling, or at least it's a cathedral. Every single shot, it has ceilings that don't end.
Yeah, you can't see the ceiling ever.
Rooms that are gigantic, because the kids' room is, again,
massive.
Is an arena. And
the kid's chair.
Yeah, the kid's chair.
It's hilarious. Mateo pointed out the kid's chair in his room is like an old grandma type like lounger.
I mean, you could have gotten an old chair thrown up there, but like if you have a room that size, you think you would trick it out and be like, okay, this kid or a Kevin McAllister type thing.
It has the Star Trek poster that since they couldn't actually afford the trademark Star Trek, there is a poster on top of the poster to cover.
Just run around of wall space. You got to start doing something, you know?
Yes.
Collage it up.
Okie dokie.
Also, we should point out that we didn't realize till the end credits that the reporter's name, our eye candy for the movie that the guy lusts after, is Poopy?
No.
Poopsy?
No, poop.
No, it's something...
Pooper.
Something like that.
Poop.
Yes, poop.
No, I think it's poop.
No, I think it's just poop.
No. They wouldn't just do poop. I think it's Poopsy.
No, it's not.
My name's Poop! My name's Poopsy? Sorry, I'm the script supervisor. I had a quick question. It says here that one of the main characters is just named Poop.
The middle name is Poop.
Yes, it's...
Sydney Poop Jones.
There is no way her name is Sydney Poop Jones.
It says on the back. What does it say?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Sandra Poop Bernhardt or something.
There is no way it's just Poop.
Yeah, right.
We didn't talk about the explosion.
Oh, yes.
the explosion that they set up with Moron leaving on the gas.
Okay. So for whatever reason, he has like 20 candles. Okay, so Jesus. Okay.
Pat Morita has left 20 candles burning.
No. The kids get Pat Morita. They say, "Hey, look at this thing," and he fucking spits some blue tampon juice.
Then Pat Morita says, "Look at this." You want an A in science or not?
So he looks at the shrink ray. They leave. For some reason, he leaves like 20 lit candles throughout his science lab. Like he's a fucking Satanist who just performed a ritual.
Yes.
And the two reporters are outside the window. They want to sneak in now that they're gone to find something. So they do that. They don't mention the candles like it's normal.
No,
like it's oh, I left the lights on. Oh, I left the candles lit.
Right.
Well, he does say flicker for me, baby.
He wants, but when he starts taking the photos, but not when they get in.
I mean, acknowledging it, but like asking, why is there 20 candles lit?
He turns the gas on. They even call back to
okay, so he's
what's that smell?
He thinks he's turning on the faucet, but it's actually the gas. So he turns on two. But also, could that be a clever setup for a juxtaposition of, oh, you think it's gonna explode because of this? No, the safe's gonna explode. Or is it just?
But then why have the gas in there?
Because it's setting it up for the.
Because it's
or is it that Pat Morita's device? Because I mean,
first of all, this man has a fucking live bomb built into his safe in a high school.
This is what I was gonna say. That is hilarious. But what I was gonna say is maybe what it is because you was exactly right. I was gonna say Pat Morita obviously is not gonna have an explosive device in a high school. Maybe it was that he has a non-lethal safe protection device, and the joke is that because the idiot turned on the gas, it became explosive.
What would the safe do that a gust of air that blew the gas towards the flame?
Mr. Principal, just want to have a quick talk with you. I have nanotechnology in your science classroom, and in case anyone breaks to my safe, I installed explosives I can set from a remote area. Just wanted to clear that.
So this also begs the question.
Don't want the janitor to be cleaning it blown across the fucking school.
I'm just gonna try to figure out how to get in.
Oh no. What? I believe someone's trying to break into my safe.
We better call the police.
There's no time for that now, son. I knew this day would come. I always knew this day would come.
It's booby trapped.
Oh no!
Let's get out of here.
Hey! I'll go first.
Was the nanotech in the safe? Because he says, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. He gets some sort of alarm, like, oh my God, someone's trying to break into my safe. Like, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for this to happen.
He's taking it with him, or at least the...
So does that mean he's like
taking the weed jar in him? Maybe he has the documents in the safe, maybe.
So he'd rather blow it up than...
Of course.
Than...
It's like the car of James Bond in For Your Eyes Only.
Well, I hope you have a car.
This way.
What's the difference between a tap or someone trying to get in?
I'm not sure about that. We only see that.
What's the line?
But the best part is that the explosion, when it comes out of the window, there is a clear line, because evidently it was a...
Bad CGI explosion.
But now that we really think about the safe, it just doesn't make any sense for him to destroy his own whatever's in there. He's been waiting for someone to try to break into that safe. What if it's just like a fucking...
I just wanted to kill people, but an explosion. But I wanted an excuse. No! All right, we're going to turn on over to Matthew to start the... It's going to be difficult.
Swing it back that way to Mateo.
It's going to be difficult because...
Okay.
Here's the deal. Is that we birthed Bad CGI Sharks because so many of these sharksploitation movies, I wanted the effect we had with this movie with you guys. I wanted to sit here and cackle and watch a hilariously bad movie, but so many of those movies are just boring. So it's difficult to judge this one because I thought it was a piece of crap. It's also incredibly fun to watch with you guys.
Yes.
And when you put on a movie like this, that's the experience you want. So in many ways, it really delivered. In fact, I might almost say one of the most fun crap ones we've done so far.
CI Ape is close though.
Okay, Sam, you heard the chief. Mission's a go.
does that say about us that CIA was a pleasure watch?
But the thing is also, we don't have to, at least what I'm trying to do every single time, I don't say I want to judge this movie based upon the other movies that we judged. I want to judge it as this movie.
It's tough because I feel like you have to factor it in as an actual movie or as the experience you got from it.
I would say just I go. And so personally, I would go with the perfect middle of the road. I would go with 1, 2, and this one, which is smaller, and a half. And it's you cannot even remotely call it a masterpiece. You can't call it a piece of trash. You have to be in the right state of mind, of course, to watch a movie like this. You know what you're gonna get into. It's not that you're saying, "Oh my God, I'm gonna." Don't make the mistake of getting it for a kid.
No, just end it there. Don't make the mistake of getting it.
This is the captain. We have been hit. I repeat, we have been hit. Check for fire in the sphincter. Check for fire in the sphincter.
This is still tricky. Okay, so what is it? The 5 is the worst because the paper's wasted, and 1 is the reverse. So that.
Don't explain it so explicitly.
I know it's never been said yet. I even forgot. So I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna find a more realistic middle ground because it is very shoddy, but. This was a tough one. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and you know what? 3.5. Try to tip it a little more towards the bad scale, but without a doubt, a blast to chortle at with these two fellas. Matthew, all comes down to you. Remember, Gary's watching. In heaven.
I guess it just, we never really defined what we're voting on, so I guess we can just vote on whatever criteria we feel is personal.
Sure. Every single time it's just like a reset and we start from... Because you cannot compare this movie
but even more so in the sense of like the experience versus a movie. But not even just comparing.
That's a great conversation in itself. How do you separate the movie from the experience? If you enjoyed it, wasn't it a good movie?
Or maybe for that reason alone, and that this was a very fun jam session, I'm going to go with a 2?
I was thinking a 2, actually. Wait, 2 is really high.
Yeah, no.
You love this. You want this to be all the time. You always want Earth minus zeros. That's why I'm going to torture you when we do Indecent Proposal.
I don't care about Indecent Proposal.
I know you don't.
No, he was not talking about the movie.
MaJaMa.
All right, so thank you, Gary LeConte.
Yes, thank you, Gary.
For coming into our lives, saving a couple of dumbasses who came out here with no plan and keeping them afloat until we were able to get a little bit of a footing. And thank you for a movie which kind of craptastic, but kind of a blast to watch. So you know what? Check it out. Why not? If you're watching this, if you're one of the 5 people that watch this, you're probably an intense movie nerd, so you probably might enjoy this type of thing.
I tried salami for the first time because of Gary.
Yeah? Why?
It's not the euphemism.
I was just about to say that. No, it was actually salami.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Was it at the...
I think we were so desperate for food at the time that I was willing to eat whatever he brought over. So I tried it.
That's how they get you in Hollywood. You're willing to eat whatever I bring over? Look what's on the platter.
Wait.
My asshole.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think I ever ate it again.
Okay. Just salami.
Just salami.
That.
I mean, it was sliced on a sandwich.
Gary LeConte.
Wait, what? Wait, what was the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show about? How do you keep doing that? The plot idea, episode after episode.
Whoops, we shrunk him again.
Oh, darn.
I mean, at a certain point, CPS is going to come and take your kids.
Probably, yes.
They can find them.
MaJaMa.
Do you remember when we were on acid and we were watching news radio?
That sounds about right.
And the lady from Jay and Silent Bob.
If Dad's watching this, he's just kidding.
Dogma. what's her name? Dogma,
Linda Fiorentino.
Linda Fiorentini, whatever. We said she
Linda
was
Fiorentides?
the white version of Mary Jane from Half Baked. You don't remember that?
Okay.
I remember everyone was really excited, and I was actually really excited in my head. But at the time, I was on a really dark spiral on the trip.
We were excited about the fact that we figured out.
Oh my God! Yes, that's exactly it. And I remember at the time being really mad because I had thought that before, and I was really mad that someone else said it. And so you were like, "Isn't that right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Oh, okay." And then I think I brought your trip down after saying that.
Wow. Damn, like even you just saying it now, it's like I could see how the bad vibes would float over.
I'm sorry.
I have the power of editing.
This poor son of a bitch has to carve up this incomprehensible slop.